Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Stuck in gridlock traffic. Well, actually not. Just stuck at a red light, waiting for Lady Andrea to knock it onto green so that we can head from downtown Kisoniga all the way back to Paphos and the Paphos Harbour. So don't click off just yet. You're going to get a spectacality of a view and perhaps learn the journey from the Kisoniga to Paphos on the main coastal road. This is the road that connects Paphos to the Paya district or Paya to the Paphos district. So here we go. Let's take a right and join the main highway. And here we go. We're in downtown Kisoniga. The shops literally everywhere. If you want to go to a supermarket, if you want to rent a car, if you want to buy some discounted clothes, even if you want some hemming on your clothes, there's a little branch of a sewing shop just over yonder. Restaurants galore, and of course hotels along the way. The weather, well, it's been better, but for the first week of January, to be honest, it's not bad. It's 18 degrees if you're curious to know, and there's one or two clouds. But the sun is slowly but surely breaking through because, of course, bad weather in Paphos doesn't last very long. We had the odd shower earlier on, but now, as you can see, there's literally no evidence of it because, of course, the ambient temperature has, well, melted away all of those little raindrops, shall we say. Downtown Kisoniga, and we're heading towards Clorica, and then we'll hit the Tomb of the Kings area, and then we'll hit Paphos, and then we'll take a right and we'll go down to the Paphos Harbour. Ooh, a little bit of evidence of rain there on the left hand side, and it was quite heavy for about 20 minutes or so. And in general, if you're coming to Paphos, the thunderstorms, rain showers only last around about 15 minutes, half an hour max. Very, very unusual for it to rain for much longer than that. Although sometimes in the evening it can rain for 2 or 3 hours, but normally you're tucked up in bed or perhaps had one or two tots too many that you wouldn't have even noticed. So this is downtown Clorica coming up. What's in Clorica? Poppadom's Indian restaurant there on the left hand side. You've got the Abyss diving centre. No, diving centre. Although they'll probably let you drive into the sea if you wish, but that's just over yonder. Restaurants galore, supermarkets. This is the Marius Golf Park, and now you can play golf football. So if you're not very good with the small balls, you can kick around a big ball. Could be the perfect game for Misochin Grasiviala both. You never know. And there could be a glasses slide, especially for Lord Jeremy and of course Lord Simon. Living in downtown damp Cardiff. Hopefully your weather's not treating you too bad, boys. And hopefully you had a fabulous new year, but hopefully you didn't drink too much. This is the Clorica Crossroads. If you were to go to the left, or go left there actually, same road you'd hook up to, and you'd go up to Clorica Village, and that's about half a kilometre. By the time you get to the centre, it's probably a kilometre or so. But if you go down to the right, you'd go down to the St George Hotel. Great hotel, don't get me wrong, and it's got all the amenities and facilities that you could ever want. A great beachfront and some great views out across the blue Mediterranean Sea. But it is, what, 5-6 kilometres from downtown Paphos Promenade and Harbour. So if you want a chilled out holiday and you're going to use all the hotel facilities and of course eat them dry, perhaps if your name is our surfboy kid, Sir Jim, and of course he'll be bringing his beauty with him. Hopefully she's smiling like crazy because she understands that she's about to get mentioned. So if your name's Lady Paula Marie, a very, very good morning to you. But if you want to be hanging out on the promenade and chinchuchka dancing in the Cape of Paphos Harbour, it's probably that little bit far away. Although you can get a bus. A bus is $1.50 each way per person, and the last bus back is at 11 o'clock, or so I'm told. If you want to come by taxi, they're probably going to charge you about €20. They may start higher, but of course negotiate with them. So around about €20 each way in a taxi. And of course, if you are that little bit late in the Cape of Paphos Promenade and Harbour area, that would be the only way to get back. If you go down there to the right hand side, you would go down to the Clorica seafront. If you want to see that, don't forget to Google the magic words Clorica seafront Marika and me, or have it in the search bar on YouTube, and of course up will come myself and Marika showing you the beauty and the spectacality of the Clorica beachfront. And of course, if you're living in downtown Clorica and your name's Johnny Porsche and there's a beauty in your life called Lady Lana. A very, very good morning to you, or Calimera, shall we say. King Eliathan Hotel's coming up on the right hand side, and whenever I think of that hotel I always think of my cousin King James living in downtown Scotland, just down the road from the St Andrews golf course. Now if you're a king and you're married, the odds are that she must be a queen, so that must mean he's married to Queen Karine. And if you've got a daughter and you're a king and your mum's a queen, that must mean that you're a princess. A very, very good morning to Princess Darley, wishing you the spectacality of the day indeed. Paphos is upon us. Here we come. There'll be a little sign coming up on the left hand side to tell us that we are in Paphos. P-A-F-O-S. Or do you spell it P-A-P-H-O-S? Who knows? But it's the same place. And the blueness of the blue Mediterranean Sea is licking and lapping it all year round, especially for you. We're now coming towards the Tomb of the Kings area. One or two people know this area very, very well indeed. And of course, if you're a Baron John and there's a girl in your life who likes a little bit of cheese and a little bit of wine, well, that must mean you're married to Baroness Louise. And they're coming back to Paphos very, very soon indeed. And they like to come out 4-ish times a year. And they're coming back on their own in March, and of course the following month they're coming back with the baby barn hawk, Miss Fern, and if she's coming, that must mean that Harry the Keeper's coming as well. So we're looking forward to that, and you never know, we might go and sample the delights of the Imperial Chinese restaurant, because Harry the Keeper, oh yeah, he likes a little bit of Chinese meals, and he's a bit of an expert. And the last time they were in town we went to Chloe's. I tell you what, it was a fabulous meal, and Harry the Keeper said it was the best Chinese meal he'd ever had. So this time we're going to go and try the Imperial and get his opinion, especially for you. So downtown Tomb of the Kings, a little supermarket is coming up on the left. Right across the road is the Venus Beach Hotel, and that sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea and Venus Beach. And that's a very, very nice beach indeed. If you want to see it, don't forget to go and drop it in the search bar on YouTube, Marika and me, Venus Beach, and up will come 1 or 2 videos of us dancing and prancing and monkeying around on Venus Beach, especially for you. Now, on these particular parts of the roads, these dual carriageway thingy-me-bobs that circumnavigate Paphos, be very, very careful with your speed, because the boys and girls in blue, oh my goodness, they're waiting especially for you. And on top of that, there's little camera vans that like to hide up behind bushes. So if you're doing quite a lot more than the speed limit, the speed limit's 50, as you can see on the signpost now, but they allow you to go 20% over, so 60 kilometers an hour is the new allowed speed limit to drive in and around Paphos. As for the 30 signs, ignore them, no one cares about them. But they're looking for you doing 61, 70, 80, 90, and then they're going to zap you, and you're going to get an infringement on your credit card. Now, on that note, if you like what you see, hit the like, click that, subscribe, and don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. Hitting the thumbs up, the like button, subscribing to the channel doesn't cost you a single penny. It just tells YouTube that you like what you've seen, and perhaps they should recommend it to more like-minded people like yourselves. But if you want to keep the channel afloat, if you want to keep us making these special videos just for you, don't forget to go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform. Google these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me. Up will come our landing page. You can choose to read a little bit more about us, choose to read some of the comments and some of the replies, and then perhaps gift us that virtual coffee or two as a thank you. And we thank you from the bottom of our 2 hearts. On top of all that, you can join us as a superstar member on the Buy Me a Coffee platform at only €10 a month. What do you get? A special title. You get yourself that little bit closer to Marika and me. Birthday shout-outs, anniversary shout-outs. I'll even call you Catin. And coming very, very soon indeed is the Marika and me privilege card. And that will entitle you to discounts and privileges in and around Paphos, in particular in the Paphos Harbour and Promenade area. So don't forget to get your name on the list for the Marika and me privilege card. Lady Andrea, what's going on? The lights are on red. You've got one of those little zappers and you're supposed to flick them to green, especially for me. Big shout out to Lady Andrea and of course Sir Mart in downtown Norwich, and they'll be coming to Paphos very soon indeed. Drop it in the comments, Andrea. How many days, how many hours, how many minutes before you get yourself on a big bird or start paddling like crazy to downtown Paphos? I'd also like to do a big shout out to one of our our biggest superstar in the world, and of course his name is Lord Julian. And Lord Julian, unfortunately at the moment, is suffering under the weather a little bit, but we're wishing him a great and super fast and full recovery, and hopefully Lady Bridget will welcome him back into the bedroom, shall we say. So big shout out to you, Lord Julian. We're wishing you a great day indeed, and we're looking forward to seeing you, and of course Lady Bridget, the honeymoon girl, very soon indeed. Downtown Tomb of the Kings, what's coming up next? Well, you've got the Roman Hotel on the right hand side. At the moment it's still closed. When it reopens, we'll update you. On the left hand side is the Paphos Mall. So if you want air-conditioned luxury as you go shopping, that's the place to go. And the Paphos Mall down to the Paphos Harbour on foot is around about, should we say, 10 to 15 minutes. So if you're residing in the kind of Paphos hotels and harbour and promenade area, it's going to take you 15-ish minutes to get to the Paphos Mall. When you get there, you're going to get a shopping extravaganza and of course air-conditioned luxury and plenty of coffee shops with great views out as far as the blue Mediterranean Sea. Here we go, we're headed on the final ascent down to the Paphos Harbour. We're going to go under the Paphos Skywalk. That's like a little walkway that's been built up in the heavens, and why not stroll along it and get some fresh air and some views out into the old town, and of course back towards the harbour and the blue Mediterranean Sea. Downtown Paphos Harbour's coming up, so don't click off just yet. I've got a feeling there's going to be one or two people wandering around in shorts and t-shirts, understanding that they are in paradise. Downtown heaven, downtown Paphos. Now if you want a bit of gold in your life, look at that. There's a gold wrapped X6 coming your way, so if you want to stand out a little bit, perhaps that's the colour to get on your car, although I like black cars. Although today I'm in a silver car. Now if you'd like to buy a car in Paphos, don't forget to come hunt down Mr. Paul, because what do? Well, we got a car body shop, car mechanic shops, and we dibble and we dabble in the odd car. We buy cars off our family members, as I call them, our customers. So we trust our customers. We've looked after most of the cars, so if you're going to buy a car of us, to be honest, you're going to get a pretty good car indeed, as Mr. Paul and Lady Mo understand in downtown Payer. If your name's Mr. Dirk, Mr. Michael, they understand, and there's one or two other people that have bought a car off Mr. Paul. We stand by our warranties, and every car we sell is always a very good car indeed. And touch wood, so far I've never actually had a comeback. That's because we make sure that they are good when we sell them to you. Here we are, downtown Paphos Harbour, especially for you. And as predicted, there's quite a few people wandering around, understanding that they are in downtown paradise, heaven, Paphos Harbour and promenade area. I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit the like, click that subscribe. Don't forget to keep coming back for a little bit more of my complete and utter madness. That's the Paphos Harbour to the left, but we're going to take a left here and go around to the rear car park. So if the main car park on the front is full, which is free of charge at the moment by the way, you can always circumnavigate round the back, and again this car park is totally free of charge as well. And there's been one or two improvements. They've put some pavements in and some new lights, so in the evening time if you're walking around it's lit up like a Christmas tree. There's the view coming up, and that's the view past the Paphos Castle and of course out into the abyss of the blue Mediterranean Sea, especially for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.